So our next and final recommendation is a bit different from the rest. It is a microchip feeder. So it's called the SureFeed Microchip Automatic Cat Feeder. And it's intended to ensure that cats get the food they need. So the feeder has this plastic cover that sits over the tray of food, and that cover only opens when an authorized cat moves into the space. So you can program the feeder to recognize either your cat's microchip or an RFID tag. So the feeder comes with an RFID tag for cats who aren't microchipped. And you can program up to 32 cats into the system. So this feeder was extremely easy to set up. It came with a really nice user manual with plenty of details on training and setup and programming. It has 3 buttons on the back which allow you to adjust the settings, program a cat, or open up the feeder manually. Once you have the batteries into the feeder and you're ready to go, you're going to have to program it to recognize your cat, which is pretty easy. You're either going to have your cat walk into the feeder if you're using the microchip method, or you can just swipe the RFID tag underneath the hoop. So I wanted to set up this feeder for Forrest, who's kind of skittish, and sometimes Wessie will take her food, and I thought that it might be useful for her. So I gave her the tag, and I also tried to set it up by having her go into the feeder just to see how that would work. It took a few tries to get her to even enter the feeder. Again, she's a little bit skittish and doesn't really want to cooperate with a lot of things, but eventually she did. It picked her right up, and then the feeder had been programmed. So unfortunately, I started using this feeder towards the end of my testing period and never really got to a point where Forrest was using it consistently. But she did seem comfortable with the feeder during the trial period. I let it open and close in front of her, and she seemed comfortable using it. But she was also eating some of Wessie's food, so maybe my original idea that she needed a designated bowl wasn't exactly accurate. Both of them are kind of eating from each other's bowls. That being said, it definitely did its job of keeping Wessie out of the bowl. So he showed some curiosity at certain times. He was kind of standing on it, and he wasn't able to get in. Of course, more determined cats will probably be able to get in. I've read about some cats who are able to get in from the back and the sides, but in my experience, it did its job quite well and kept the food reserved to the designated cat. Overall, this feeder is a really great option for cats who are on special diets or who are kind of shy and living with food thieves. It can really help to ensure that each cat gets the food that they need. I was really impressed by its easy setup, its smooth operation, and its really pretty design. It looks very nice. This automatic feeder costs $149.99.